Okay, so here we are. Actually in Photoshop because I found a few more photos that I thought maybe I might use. Um, so File, Open, we're in Photoshop. I'm going to go to my downloads. I have my icons on so I can kind of see pictures of stuff. So I think one of the things I was wanting to look at, and not saying I'm going to even use these, but I'm gonna open them up and take a look at them. So I actually got these from the catalog, um, and I just took a picture with my phone, emailed them to myself, and then downloaded them. And that's just one way of doing it. So if we go into image mode, we can put that in CMYK color. Just do that right away. Image size, if we check that out, it's actually pretty high. I mean, it says 72, but it's actually at 56 inches by 27 inches, which is pretty large. If I want to make the resolution 300, I just have to go click the resample and then put 300 in, and it'll automatically size it down. Because we're bringing the resolution up, it's going to size it down automatically in inches. So it'll be 13 by 6 now at 300, which will be okay. I need to rotate it, so image rotation under image in Photoshop. And we just want to do counterclockwise. There we go. That's pretty good. And this is not going to be a great photo either. That's probably going to be one of the more time-consuming aspects to designing your posters, is actually finding images that are in the public domain or that you've made or you've taken. And what I'm doing here is really not really very okay, because I think probably Jim Potter took this photo, so this is actually his photo, and I don't really have explicit permission to use this, but I'm using it just to show you guys what's possible. So that's not too bad looking. There's a little bit of a glare here. I could have done a better job lighting this. I could have put it out in the I could have put it outside in the sunlight, and that probably would have helped quite a bit, but I just used the lights. These fluorescent lights in my office are actually pretty strong, but so that's not too bad. So image mode, CMYK. Oh, we already did that. So I want to do the image or layer. Let's see. Well, let's just do Command L, which is the levels. And we're going to kind of brighten up this photo a little bit. We're going to take the midtones, which is this middle gray bar. We're going to kind of brighten it up a little bit by bringing it towards the left. As you see, it gets brighter and brighter, and it'll wash out completely if I go too far with it. So I don't want to go too far, but I want to lighten it up a little bit. And then I'm going to take this white and kind of, not too far, because that building, the roof of the building it'll just blow out too much. So this is taking all the light tones in the photo and kind of brightening them even more, moving it to the left. And then I'm actually going to make some of the darks pop just a little bit by sliding this ever so slightly. I wonder if that's really enriching the green colors, which are a little bit the darker tones in the photo. I think I'm actually going to bring it over that far, maybe, or close to that far. Push OK. So that actually doesn't look too bad now. I could crop this even more, but I guess I'll leave it this large. So basically we checked the image size. The resolution on this is actually pretty decent, because I took the photo myself out on my camera. Of course, I didn't take the actual original photo. I highly suggest for this class that you take your own photos. And then, so now we got our decent picture of Cowan Hall. We might end up using it, I'm not totally sure, but I just thought I would kind of show you the image size, levels, messing with the levels to get the levels make the quality of the photo a little bit better as far as color goes. And then also the color mode, getting it in CMYK is also important. So let's just do a file, save as, and then we'll put that in our images folder. and we'll save it as JPEG, but let's just make it a, let's just say Cowan Hall underscore CMYK, and then .jpeg. We're going to leave it, maybe I'll make it a Photoshop document because that's a little bit higher quality file. You can do a JPEG as well, but I think Photoshop is a preferable, just because it's a higher quality file. This is another photo that I got from the same booklet. You know, we can make it CMYK again. Image rotation, counterclockwise. We can crop this thing. Maybe we'll crop out. It's kind of a nice panoramic. This is definitely not, you know, this is definitely like a recognizable photo that Potter has taken. So you can kind of see Saddle Butte there in the background. So it's kind of a nice photo to potentially use for, so we're using the crop tool to crop it, and then push return when you're done with your selection. And then Command L for levels. So this is where we kind of bring the midtones up, maybe brighten it up a little bit, bring out some of the darks a little bit by sliding it to the right, and maybe even make some of the lights pop just a smidge, which this photo is actually pretty well, it's not dark, so I don't need to do a lot with the whites. But maybe just for good measure, I will make him a little bit brighter. I'm going to push OK. And then do a File Save As, Shift Command S, or File Save As. And then we can just go straight into our Images folder. If you know where you're going, it'll kind of tell you your path. If you're, you can, you know, kind of change this. I have mine in columns right now, so I can see a little bit more of like where my path is going, where my file path is saving into. So let's just do Haber pan underscore CMYK, save. Okay, oh, and I saved that as a JPEG. I can also do another File Save As and do a Photoshop file. So that's probably how you should be treating most of your images with using Photoshop. You know, this is a Helmbrecht photo that I pulled from Facebook. That's really not high enough resolution. So I'm going to select this white shape. I'm going to get right into this. And my workspace is not the way I usually keep it. Do I have my swatches open? I don't. So window, probably under color, swatches. Okay, there we go. So I usually do swatches. I like to have my swatches panel open. So if you double click on your stroke color, I'm still selecting this white shape. If I wanted to change this color and use any kind of a color on the stroke, I could do that. I'm not really sure if I want to do that, but it's just an interesting idea. And also I think I might change, I'm not going to put a stroke on that, but I might change this glow color around it. And I'm not sure about this font either, if I really like it that much. I mean, we have it. Let's see. And we can hook up Typekit too, so we can get a few more. And Typekit is actually an online, Adobe online subscription, and it's free. And it'll provide you with more fonts, but you have to have like, I think you would have to have, it kind of works through the cloud, I think, and you would need it, I think you'd need an internet connection. Not totally sure, but I think you might need an internet connection to make that work. I could be wrong, but I can show you how to use Typekit too at some point here. So I wonder, there we go. So if you go to Window and then click on Control, I like to have the Control panel open because it has the font stuff here. You can change this and make it all uppercase. You can do, you know, strike throughs, underlines here. You can change all your font stuff here, and it has all of your like arrangements. So actually, I don't even really need this paragraph open really right now, since I have all of it up here now. And then when you click off of your text, it kind of goes into a different mode where you can do opacity changes. You can do, it kind of tells you your coordinates on the page and like height and width of boxes. So if I select this, it tells you how wide it is and how tall it is at least. I mean, it doesn't tell you, the shape is actually, let's see, around, there's awkward points here that come out to here, but the actual dimensions of this box wise is like, close to 15 inches wide and then close to, or 14.546 and then, 6.82, which can be helpful. But anyway, I think I might like this font a little bit better. And one thing I was thinking about doing was actually using the pen tool just to draw kind of a rough, and actually I probably could just use the box, this tool and just draw a rectangle tool, use the rectangle tool and just draw a rectangle. But right now I'm going to maybe fill it in with like a, I don't know, some kind of color, maybe a maroon, since that sort of goes with the MSU Northern theme. Try and get that squared away. Okay. So let's select this color. Let's make the opacity on this. Does that look all right? I don't know. I'm not crazy about it, and you can also do like window effects, and we can change. So the opacity is here, but you can also make it like multiply, which might be a little bit better. I think I do like that better because you can actually see the image under it really well and still get the effect of the screen over the top of it. So I like that. I guess I'll throw this in here maybe. And then let's see. So I guess like links. So if we go into links, we can select, let's see, actually let's just drag and we can kind of pick up these two images and then just do Shift Command, what is that called? What the heck happened here? Oh, okay. Well, and we could also have done, let's see, Object, Arrange, Send Backward. You just have to do it quite a few times. But as you can see, there is a shortcut command, which is what I used, but just for... Yeah, there's just so many different, but you can just keep doing this until, and that might actually be cool. I'm going to put this one all the way back. That might be kind of cool to have that like right down the middle, actually. Yeah, kind of like that. I'm going to have to straighten that line out, but that might be kind of cool. And then we'll add in our subhead here, which is, I believe I had that. Well, maybe I don't have it open anymore, but it's Study Design Under the Big Sky. So obviously, if we're thinking of hierarchy, we're going to have to make this font smaller because it's definitely not, it's a subhead, so it's not going to be the biggest one on the page. And actually, I would almost like to potentially make this 2 lines. But anyway, I'm going to have to continue this on in the next video.